Yeah, I think it's alright. It's alright.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Dark Therapy Session. My name is Arce, and with me, as always, Mr. Brandon. Mr. Brandon, how you doing, man?
Doing good. How you do, my brother?
Not bad, not bad, man. Today's topic is loneliness. Excuse me. So, what are some things that make you feel lonely, and are there any things that you do to try to kind of not feel so lonely?
Um, the things that made me feel lonely, last night made me feel lonely. Um, I went to like a Super Bowl party,
Hmm.
and it was the first time my mom had like all three of her kids together in like a long time. Like my oldest sister was down here, my brother, of course, and me. And yeah, last night made me feel lonely. It made me realize why I got a lot of the situations I have.
Mm.
Like, yeah, I just last night made me feel lonely because it's just like I don't like being around them.
Hmm. Why do you think that
I
is?
I because I've always been that way. When I was a kid, it made me it made me realize it this morning how much of my youth really paid into why I don't like being around my family.
Hmm.
Like it's crazy because I was thinking this. I was thinking this morning. I was like, I don't have anxiety when I'm with y'all. Like when we do the top 10 lists or jam session, like I get anxiety before it.
Hmm.
Like prior to it, I have like anxiety because I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't know if anybody's gonna,
leading up to
yeah,
it.
because I don't know if anybody's gonna show up. I don't know if people are gonna, come do anything. Like I don't know. And then, and then, like, and once we like start doing the top 10 list, the anxiety goes away. But yesterday, I realized how lonely and how much anxiety I really had because of my family. It's crazy because my anxiety, I didn't have anxiety the whole day until I physically got there,
Yeah.
and I felt like the kid that I always hated family functions. Like I hated family reunions. I hated block parties. I hated all that shit. I tried my hardest to stay by myself in my room. Like at a certain point before we moved all the way out here to Texas, and like they used to do like family get-togethers. I used to be at home.
Yeah.
I didn't have the patience. I didn't have time for it.
Hmm.
And it's exactly what happened. It's exactly what happened last night. It was like, I sat down. I was trying to watch the game. They playing music. I can't hear the game. My fucking head was hurting because the weather keep changing. I got sinuses. Like everything was just like I was like yeah. And then I was like it just all that shit led up to me just getting the fuck. I left, and then my mom tells me today, like she argued with my sister coming back. I'm like, because he was trying to like make her out to be the bad guy again. I'm like, that's why the fuck I stay away from all that shit.
Yeah.
Fuck them. It's like it's ridiculous, dog. Like I just my loneliness comes from that, but it also showed me a lot of why I call y'all my family, and like, cause y'all actually call me, y'all actually check on me, y'all actually make sure I'm good.
Of course,
I
man.
don't hear, I don't hear shit from them. I don't hear shit from them.
Yeah.
They don't call me. They don't check on me. The only time I hear from them maybe is when I post something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the only time I hear something from them. Or when they need something.
I got you.
My loneliness comes from that. I've always been a loner. I've always had loneliness, but last night it made me understand why I have it because I like my space
Yeah.
because of y'all. I
Hmm.
don't like when I'm with this family get together shit.
Would you say
Leave
it,
me the
it
fuck
stems
alone.
from like just like too much commotion, too much like banter back and forth, a lot of moving parts, a lot of people talking,
It's a
moving,
lot of
dancing. Um,
it's that it would be that, but then it's not that. It's how can I say this? It stems from people having unresolved issues with each other
hmm
and they can never talk about it. And when you talk about it, it's you're coming from a mad place, an aggression filled place. So it's always gonna come off as inappropriate
hmm
or disenchanted because you're mad still. You haven't really healed from it. You want them to feel the pain. I can't feel what you felt. I can't, like I told my mom, nobody's gonna understand your situation. Even if we had the same situation, we got different ways of looking at it.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just what loneliness is for me. I'd rather be by my fucking self and figure it out than to try to pretend we're a family. We're not. I like that. Like we talked about this last episode. You was like, I always thought my family would be together. I always thought we'd be living on a compound together,
hmm
having our own, but we'd still be together and shit. And I was like, yeah, I never thought that way. I never thought that way. I always thought somebody would leave. It mainly would be me
hmm
because I don't. I realized last night I'd rather be lonely by myself than to be with all of them and to feel it to that
hmm
extreme. I'd rather make myself happy. I know how to make myself happy way more than I know how to keep y'all happy.
Sure. You know, I can relate to it, especially at your age. I didn't feel like I needed anybody. I didn't feel like I fit in. So a lot of my loneliness came in from really not fitting in,
I
or
don't fit in
being
at all.
yeah. Neither
I don't
do
fit in
I.
at all.
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
tell you that now. I don't fit in at all.
hmm Now, this underlying issues that have never been dealt with. Would do you think that bringing them out into the open would help at least, or do you think it would cause more trouble than it's worth?
Here's the thing. It's already been brought out into the open. The problem is nobody has real solutions on how to fix it.
Gotcha.
It's already out in the open. It's been out in the open. You talk about it, you complain about it every time we see each other. Y'all say the same shit over and over again. It's the same shit over and over again. If you ain't gonna fucking sit down and actually physically have a real conversation and not come from an aggressive filled place or a place of straight just anger,
hmm
I don't. What's the point of having a conversation?
Yeah.
I said my mom's already said sorry to both of you motherfuckers as much as she can. What more do you want?
Right.
And what more do you want?
I felt that way for a really long time, man, and that's why I always tell you, when my mom passed, I feel like a lot of stuff died with her, but
Hmm.
a lot of stuff got brought up to the surface as well. And you don't realize until they're gone how much you really do love them and would miss them if they were gone. But I think sitting down and talking about it, no alcohol, you know what I'm saying? Maybe bud if you know somebody that smokes bud or whatever, but because I don't think that would do anything. But you know, almost like a counseling session, or what's that thing called where you have a group of people that come in and try to get one person to go to rehab. What's that shit called? Intervention.
Yeah,
Um,
intervention.
uh, you know, some of that stuff can help. I wouldn't recommend it for everybody because that can actually cause more issues the ones that you're trying to deal with. But if y'all can actually like sit down and talk about the stuff, man, a lot of times that really does help. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, I'd never had the opportunity to do that. You know what I'm saying? To clear the air with especially certain family members. Like you, like I think I've told you, man. I'm the youngest out of like everybody, at least from our generation. So
Hmm.
it's like I was always left out. I was always the youngest, couldn't run with the older kids. You know what I'm saying? So I had to stay home with mom, and well, what that led to was a lot of trouble because I had to find my own friends. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
so um, what ended up happening was me and a buddy, shout out Jeffrey, we would actually cut school and go break into people's houses, man. And we were like really poor. So like we would break into people's houses for food, and if we found any lying, like change or money that was lying around, we'd take that and go buy motherfucking snacks and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that all stemmed from feeling out of place. And as I got older, that never changed. When I turned fucking 17 and they were 25 or 22 and 25 or something, whatever their ages were, I still wasn't, you know, in the in crowd, if you will, or what I perceived as the in crowd, because I was still too young. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And but I only ever hung out with was my brothers and their friends. I never hung out with people my age. You know what I'm saying? So feeling lonely, especially as a young man, happened a lot. Feeling left out and shit like that, and that led into a lot of depression as well. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
it can do that. Loneliness. You feeling lonely because there's a difference between being alone and feeling lonely. Being alone, like I like being alone. I like having my own. I like my own company. You feel me?
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Um, but loneliness that can lead to a array of things, man. Mental health, physical health, and if not checked over time, could truly lead to like suicide and shit.
And and that's what brings me to um what I was saying about last night. It brought me back to when I was a kid, and I was, uh, for the better words, like you. Um, my brother always around my sister. They always left me in the house with my mom because I was always the sick kid. So they didn't know how to really
Hmm.
properly manage me, I guess, or properly protect me at that time.
Okay.
And it still feels that way. It still feels like they don't know how to properly protect me. The way they protect me is, in my mind, wrap me in bubble wrap and sit me in a corner some fucking where, like in
Hmm.
my mind, because they don't know how to properly protect me.
Gotcha.
I think, and maybe that's their own gripes with the situation or whatever, but they have this same. I don't know why they're jealous of me.
Hmm.
They they're jealous of me for some apparent
Is
reason.
that
I'm
what you
like,
perceive, or is that was something they told you?
no, that's literally what it is. It's like, cause 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 to them, my mom always had to protect me.
Hmm. I was gonna bring that up.
She always
Yeah.
had it. She always had to be around. She always had to, come to the hospital and make sure I was good. And she maybe had to stay at the hospital a little longer and watch over me. So that stems from their childhood. So they have a
Hmm.
little different way of looking at me because, and maybe in their, and they probably would never admit it, but to them, they maybe feel like they never had the relationship with my mom because she was always having to save me.
Yeah. Yeah. Like as if you were the
So
golden child and
like I
everybody
was the golden
else,
fuck.
yeah, like and
Like I
everybody
like I
else just
wasn't
got ignored.
like I wasn't fighting for my fucking life. like
Yeah,
like I like like I had a real reason to for her to be around me. Like
sure.
yes, nigga, I was fighting for my life. You fucking right. And that's to me, and you probably would have a different scene. You probably have a different feeling towards her if she didn't do all that shit for me.
Hmm.
If she just didn't give a fuck and she let me die, then what you would have felt. So it's a
Yeah.
double-edged sword. Like, and yeah, I think and they still talk about this shit. Like they talk about like how I still live here and they don't. It's like you motherfuckers are bitching and moaning and complaining. Do y'all really want to trade?
Yeah.
Let's trade. We can do this shit right here, right now. Let's
Trade
trade.
in a heartbeat, huh?
I give you all this. Fuck. Because you see, I get to drive her car and all that shit. You don't really deal with what the fuck I deal with,
Yeah.
and that to me continues to make me pissed off. Cause just like y'all, y'all see, y'all see what y'all want to see.
Hmm.
Like, it's as simple as that. You see what you want to see.
For sure.
Whatever you want to say, whatever you want to say, gives you the right to still be mad or have that same type of mindset towards me. And me and my mom's relationship, whatever the fuck you feel, that's how you feel. I'm never going to change how you feel
Hmm.
because that's how you perceive how your life is turning out.
Yeah, it's all it is.
But
Everybody does have a different perspective. So I would assume your brothers and your sisters, they probably were like, he's the baby, he's the sick one, he's the one that gets all the attention. You know what I'm saying? I kind of got that too,
and that's the
because
thing,
I'm the
like
one. I'm the one that
it,
had
it
seizures and shit as a kid. You know what I mean?
yeah, like, but it's like I don't know why they would have any malice towards me or anything like that. Maybe because they feel like my mom was never there for them or whatever.
Hmm.
Because she always had to
Be
be at
there
the
for you.
hospital with me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like I like leaving last night was my way of just being like I could care less
Yeah.
about y'all now. Like back then, I couldn't leave.
Hmm.
I couldn't leave situations like that. So I stayed my ass at home. I kind of did leave. I didn't go.
Yeah.
But now it's like I enjoy the 5 minutes we have. After these 5 minutes, I'm back to being like, all right, I'm by myself, and that's what it's gonna be.
Sure.
And that's what it is. And I'm getting to the point now where it's like I could care. I don't want to ever have family functions.
Hmm.
You would never see me there. It sound and I was it's because it's ironic because I was telling my mom for like literally 4 weeks. Literally telling my mom for like 4 weeks. I'm like, I don't want to go. I knew it was gonna happen. I knew I was
Yeah.
gonna leave.
Right.
I was like telling her for weeks on end. I'm like, what we doing for Super Bowl? Yeah, I'm not going.
Right.
Something told me, don't go. I literally was telling my mom for like 4 or 5 weeks. I'm like, we doing what for Super Bowl? Yeah, I'm not going.
Yeah.
I knew.
Right. Right.
And I was telling my mom that today. I was like, y'all want to take a trip down memory lane. Y'all want to do trips down memory lane, but yet you want to bring up my shit or her shit. But when we go to y'all shit, no, don't say that. Don't bring that up. Nah, motherfucker. Everything's up for grabs now. Fuck you.
Hmm.
You can't tell
Hmm.
me no, no, no. I don't give a fuck if it hurt your feelings. You never asked me if this shit fuck up my feelings.
Word.
Again, y'all want to bring it up when I pushed his ass off the balcony. You never asked me how that felt. You just assume that shit is cool.
Yeah. Um. One thing I've learned when something like that happens, um, I've learned to deflect by comedy. Try to be funny about it, or explain to people how I felt. if something like that were to happen to me. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Yeah.
but then it gets to the point where it's just like I don't want to explain any of this stuff to you. I don't need to. I feel like I don't owe you that. You know what I mean? But I mean that can kick off loneliness, knowing that you didn't want to express yourself to the people that are supposed to love you and you're supposed to love back. You know, but you can't. Um, I feel like maybe I know you're not gonna like it, but possibly hanging out more may actually help. Um, all the little and he's shaking your head. Hell no. All the little things though that people do, all the little
Cause, cause
idiosyncrasies that make people who you know who they are. Once you learn how people are, you can actually start to you know appreciate them more. That can happen. I'm not saying it's every time um, or with every person, but it can. You know what I'm saying?
it, I, I feel like this would have worked if we were younger.
Hmm.
We all getting older. My
Yeah.
sister about to be 40 in a couple years. My
Hmm.
brother just turned 30. I'm 28. Like this could have worked years ago, but like I said, we all got our own problems with situate our lives. I'm more open, I guess. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? With the situation, but again, I'm not here to. Everybody's here to judge. Everybody in your family judges you before they ask you how you really feel.
Oh, of course.
They judge you off of the merits of what they already know, precede you as already. So I'm not about to sit here and have conversations with motherfuckers that already you already have it in your mind. Like I said, you already have it in your mind. I'm this way already.
Yeah.
So why am I gonna give my time, my energy to try to can deflect and can do all that when I could just easily remove myself from the situation? And clearly, like last night was, hearing my mom talk about it, it was gonna be the same bullshit that's been the way it's been for my childhood.
Hmm.
If I was if I stayed, it was gonna be on me. If not me, it was gonna be her. And I ain't got time for that shit.
Yeah.
And it's just like I ain't got time for that shit, bro. And that's exactly what it's always been. And it's like I ain't got time for that shit. Like I said, my loneliness comes from that. I had to learn, and it's again it goes back to moving out here to Texas at a young age. I had to learn how to be by myself.
Hmm.
I already knew how to be by myself, but I really had to learn who I was. Because
Sure.
when you have family that's all in one city, it's easy to kind of just oh this is who I am. But once you by yourself, you're isolated. You're by yourself. You truly get to this. You truly figure out who you are, and that sometimes comes from loneliness, your depression, your anxiety, um, all of it comes from that. And it might be related to what happened when you were young, or it might be related to what's happening to you now. But you have to figure that out on your own.
Yeah.
Nobody can help you out with that, and that's what I learned as I continue to grow. But a lot of my careless mindset, I don't give a fuck attitude. Like I'll always be there for my family. I'll always be there for my siblings, my nieces and nephews. But being there physically, that shit is not gonna happen.
Hmm.
It can't. It can't. I
Why
don't
don't
have the
you think it
time.
can? Okay.
I don't have the time and the patience. And maybe, like you said, maybe when my one day my mind will pass, and maybe that will bring us closer in a sense, because then the so-called anchor won't be here
Hmm.
anymore. And maybe we could have those conversations. Maybe we could have those conversations. But as long as there's a target here, there will never be a full um, understanding, uh, a full mindset
Hmm.
to know where we all come from, because we all got one thing that's still here that we can kind of generally
Yeah,
give our energy to.
y'all can
We give our
connect
energy to.
through that person. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
and if she's removed, maybe then we have those conversations. Maybe we will check on each other more. But until then, fuck it.
yeah, and unfortunately, it has to be that way sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
It sucks that it has to be that way.
Yeah. I'm kind of opening the bag here, and it's probably gonna get me in trouble. But when my mom passed, my aunt passed about 10 years ago, maybe 13 years ago now, and it left my mom in a bad place. She got over it eventually, not over it, but as best as you can, you move on from it.
Yeah, that's you got.
And but her sons, my cousins, were constantly fighting, always beefing with each other, and every time they saw each other was on site, they fought. They swung at each other. They fuck every fucking time. If and it got to the point where if one brother got invited to the party, the other one wouldn't go. And if nobody told any of them that either of them were going to be there, they fought. You know what I'm saying? So when my mom died, they both showed up to the funeral. There was no fights, and it kind of got better. You know, you know,
Mm.
they started visiting each other. Their kids actually know each other a little more now because they didn't before.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And long story short, it got better. You know what I'm saying? And we're all on a text
Hmm.
thread together, and it's only us. It's us five. You know what I'm saying? My three brothers and my two cousins. But to be perfectly honest, I don't really look at them as cousins. I look at them as brothers because we were all
Brothers.
raised together. You know what I'm saying? My
Yeah.
aunt and my mom were tight, man. They were tight. That's all they had was each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Growing up. So I guess what I'm saying is that if even if you don't think it can be fixed, a lot of times it just takes some work and some effort, and it can be fixed. However, loneliness, kind of giving bringing it back to the subject,
Hmm.
it's that's harder to fix. You could be in a crowd of people and feel lonely. You can be at a
Yeah.
concert, everybody's having fun, you know what I'm saying, and you feel lonely there. You know what I mean? Um, so like
You know.
loneliness is a mindset, um,
Yeah.
and the mindset can trigger a lot of things. Obviously, since it starts in the mind, it can trigger a lot of mental health, and but by doing that, it also can trigger a lot of physical health. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever heard of a person dying from a broken heart? And it
Yeah.
happens. You know what I'm saying? Um, because we allow ourselves, because our brain is a lot stronger than we really give it credit for.
Credit
It can,
for.
yeah, it can really control. Our if we can control our thought process, we really can control ourselves. Maybe not in the moment. We're not, like you said before, we're not robots. We can't just flick on and off the emotions and stuff like that, which I agree with. Um, but at least we can notice it and try to fix it, or try to be better for ourselves. Because that's what really this is, man. What we're doing is trying to be better for ourselves, right? I mean, especially with dark therapy
Right.
session, us talking, giving up the goods about ourselves, and in a hope, in some hopes
Yeah.
to kind of make ourselves feel better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, loneliness is something only you can fix.
Yeah, facts.
Nobody can fix your loneliness, because if you are lonely in a crowd, that's more of you than it is anybody else.
Right.
So only you fix your loneliness. Um, my loneliness stems from a lot of shit. I found out last night stems from another place
Hmm.
of of my childhood, which clearly. Um, and yeah, I mean, but again, there is a difference between being lonely and loneliness. So figure out that difference. Figure out the
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah, because you could feel lonely for a day, but if it's constant, if it's constant loneliness, that plays on us. That plays on our hearts, our
Oh yeah,
minds, our bodies. You know what I'm saying? It really
yeah,
does.
yeah.
What are some ways that, if at all you recognize it, what are some ways that you think uh, help your loneliness or when you're feeling lonely at times? What are some things that you do?
Um, well, it stems back to a comfort zone, right? Um, you kind of have to one find that, but after that, I would assume you would probably, for me to get over loneliness, is to live through it.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people don't want to. They try to find methods and ways of getting out of it, but then it makes you sink even deeper into it. Um, so my thing is live through it. I live in it. I think that's the thing. Um,
yeah. That's a
and
You
eventually,
definitely want to appreciate it, especially when you're in it. You know what I mean? It's just like, all right,
eh,
let me go through this. I'm feeling like ass today. I'm feeling like shit. Feeling lonely. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling angry. Feeling anxious. All
eh,
these other things. It's like
again,
sometimes you just live in it.
again, you will never know
Yes.
yourself if you don't go through shit.
Yeah.
And if you don't know that you're, if you don't know that you have to live through shit to get better, everybody in this world would be fucked. well,
Yeah.
well, they already kind of fucked. I mean,
Facts.
I mean, they're all kind of fucked already. But you gotta live through your own. You gotta live through your own problems to find your solutions.
Yeah. That's true. No one else can really teach you how to do that. You know, um, at least I don't think so. You may get good advice and tips on things to do, um, but I really think that it's just up to the individual. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because if you're feeling lonely, it's like, yo, you really can go up and do something about it. But me, if I'm feeling that way, chances are I'm depressed. I don't do shit about it. I just sit in it and I fucking I whenever I get out of it, I feel like like a fucking I just crawled out of a motherfucking building crushing. And I'm crawling out like, God damn, look at that shit. Whew.
Look at
That,
all that shit that just went on top. That shit crazy.
yeah. It's like look at all that shit. It's rough. It's rough. And then it's like
yeah.
I guess I guess I'll be in this building again next month or in the next 2 months or in the next 3 weeks. It's
I'm gonna
like
rent that
God
house. I'm
damn.
gonna rent that room in that building one more time because I got to. Shit, just
Exactly.
yeah, man.
It's it,
Um,
it I don't know about for you, but for me it's always a pattern. There's always a fucking pattern. I can't
mm,
help it. I can't help it when I get depressed, whenever I'm lonely, whenever, you know what I'm saying? It's just like I can't fucking help it. Do I want to cry? Yeah, I do. Do I?
you know,
Sometimes, yes, I do. But most of the times, it's just such a fucking down feeling. It's just like I'm
you
feeling
know,
1 inch tall today.
what's crazy is it's it is a pattern for me. It's it goes anxiety, then it goes um overthinking, then it goes loneliness, then it goes depression. It's just like
Wow. Okay.
it it goes anxiety, it goes overthinking. Yeah, that's how it goes. It's a
Wow.
pattern.
Okay. Yeah,
It's a
mine
pattern.
mine always starts with depression, and then it leads to anxiety because I feel like I've been depressed for so long. I got to get out of it. I got to get out of it. I got to go do something. So that starts giving me anxiety. And then
Hmm.
when I'm up here, when I'm high, I'm up here feeling great, coming out of a depression, and having the anxiety, a lot of times I'm up here. I feel great. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking a lot. I'm doing a lot of shit. I'm loud. I'm obnoxious. I'm saying, whenever you
Yeah.
see me like that, that's really my anxiety. But that kicks into um, feeling lonely, feeling like I'm the only one like this, feeling like why can't either people match my mood or why don't people understand my mood? Why can't
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's like if I go
Uh,
into a panel or into a room, not one of your jam sessions because I'm always cool with everybody that jumps in, but if I'm on
yes,
something
sir.
and I don't know somebody and I say something and it's either taken the wrong way or taken out of context or something like that, I start feeling lonely. And that just kicks it right back into the same
Yeah.
cycle. Then I
My
start feeling depressed. And then here comes the anxiety. He's up here. And then boom, crash.
like like okay, so like last night, my anxiety kicked in. I started I started overthinking it. Like if I don't get out now, I'm gonna you lose it.
Hmm.
Then I felt lonely, and then I was like, you know what? Let me leave.
Yeah.
So probably later today, I'm gonna definitely be in depression.
Well, let's hope not. Um,
It's coming. I already know it because I'm feeling it now.
you feeling it now?
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. I gotta do an interview later on, but um, after that, yeah, I'll be feeling it, and I'm gonna do the list tomorrow, and then I'm gonna get right back into it. So it's just like
Yeah.
it's that like it yeah
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a constant
I did.
cycle. And that's why I say if you can understand your cycle and you know when it's coming in, there are things you can do to prevent it, but not always. You know what I'm saying? Not always. And when you can't prevent it, that's when it's dangerous. And I feel like we have to try to get up and do something. We have to try to do something, even if we don't want to do it. And I'm speaking really to myself as well. You know what I'm saying? Mostly. It's like I gotta get up. I gotta go do something. Gotta go. I don't want to get up, man. I just want to lay down in this motherfucking couch, close my
And
eyes, be under this
well,
blanket.
well,
Come on,
my
you gotta
my
get
my
up. You
thing.
gotta get up. No, I don't want to get up. I don't want to get up. I want to just stay right here, man. I'm too tired.
Yeah,
I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm mentally and emotionally and physically exhausted because that's what happens to me, man. I don't know about
and
you, but
and and
when it starts up here, it really just honestly consumes my whole body.
my my thing. Oh man. Um. When I get it, anxiety. Like I could do something, but it's still there.
Yeah.
Like I take a drives. I take drives. But as soon as I get back to where my destination was in the first place, when I had it,
It
I
comes right
enter
back.
back in it. It comes right back like it never left.
Yeah.
I didn't just take a like I didn't take just a 2 hour fucking drive to clear my fucking mind. It's
At
like,
least it's a break,
like I didn't.
man. At least it's
Yeah,
a break.
it
Try
was
to
a
think of it.
it
Try
was.
to think of it that way, yo.
But here's the thing, like the shit I'm escaping calls me.
Yeah. Turn
Shit
off
that I'm
that
trying to get the.
phone. Fucking.
I mean, I would, but I mean, I would if I didn't need to play music. Yeah, I fucking would. Or something happens to
Good
this
point.
fucking car or some shit, then I'll be pissed
Yeah.
off.
Nah.
But
Good
yeah,
point.
man, the shit I'm escaping will eventually come back. fuck up the whole
Yeah,
situation.
sure.
But yeah, I mean, maybe well, not today, but later on, maybe tomorrow sometime or something. I might take a drive just because I need to clear my mind. See the
How nice
water,
is
some
how's nice is the weather? Are you in Houston?
yeah.
So it's is it hot over there right now?
It's again, it's having its days where it's hot, then it's cold, then it's cold and hot at the same goddamn time. You don't know which
That's
one is
weird.
which.
That's like
It's
fall over here.
it's fuck. I wish it could stay one fucking weather, because like again, like I said, I get sick because of this shit. Because the weather changes,
Yeah, right.
so I'm getting sick. So it's really fucking with me now.
You really should, yo. I'm telling you, man. You should go out for a walk. That really does help. Um,
I I walk
me,
when I can't
yeah,
drive.
right on.
Yeah, I walk in the neighborhood sometimes. But if
Um,
people call me and fuck up that,
yeah. Put your phone on
call.
silent, a motherfucking do not disturb, and just listen to your music, man. Um, here's look, man. I'm not an advocate for starting drugs. I really am not. I really am not. But I have to put the but. I am
You
gonna put
sure
a
you're not?
but in this.
You sure you're not? You sure you're
Mushrooms are different. Mushrooms are different. I am an advocate for those.
not?
If anybody asks me, hey man, how do I get off these pharmaceutical drugs, man? Yo, mushrooms, mushrooms.
Mm.
Here's the problem I'm having with mushrooms though. They make me want to drink, so I don't take them as much. You know what I'm saying? Because they hype the ones that I have now. It's because they're different strains. The strain that I have now is almost like taking cocaine. I get hyped up like, yeah, let's go, baby, let's go do it. You know what I'm saying? But see, I need that sometimes. Um,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And especially when I'm feeling bad. But um, honestly, man, cannabis really helps. And I know you
Mm.
probably can't smoke it, so you can probably eat it. I would start off with real small milligrams. And honestly, man, for you, I don't know if I would try sativa as much as I would indica, a body high for you. But walking outside, I prefer sativas. Walking outside, my vision is clear, man. It just looks beautiful. I just really appreciate everything that's
I
around
just
me.
I just
The
need something
sound
that's
of the
not gonna
birds.
I I just need something that's not gonna get me in jail for choking somebody the fuck out.
Oh, you good, man? Delta 8 is legal over there, bro. Delta 8
I
is
just
just
need
as
some.
good. I'm telling you, man. Delta 8 is
Yeah, I just
good.
cause the way I've been feeling lately is just like
What?
if a motherfucker talk to me, say
Yeah.
hi wrong, I'm like,
Mhm.
it's over. I, calm down, nigga, calm down.
Well, you might
It's
want to
just
try
that,
Delta
man.
10 then. Delta 10 is supposed to be like an indica. Delta 10,
I need
you
something.
nah, man, you really should give it a try. And like I said,
I
I'm not
need.
an advocate for
I mean,
starting drugs.
listen. I got a smoke shop like really by me, like
Yeah.
literally by me. So yeah,
Ask them if they have Delta 10. If they don't have Delta 10, then try
they
Delta
do.
9.
Oh, they got Delta 8. I know they damn sure got Delta 8 because I
I
saw
mean
the
Delta 8.
signs and
I
shit.
said Delta 9. Delta 9 is the illegal shit.
That shit sound like it'll kill you.
What's that? Delta 9?
Like good.
Delta
Yeah.
9? Nah, Delta 9
At
is
least.
real weed. It's just real weed. Delta
Oh shit.
8 Delta 8 and Delta 10 are derived from hemp. So, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's technically legal. And no,
Mm,
no,
okay.
it's short lived. It doesn't last as long. I got some here, man. This is not a sponsor, but you all are welcome to sponsor the show. This is three
Definitely
chi.
sponsors. As much
Yeah,
as we talk about
facts.
this shit, y'all need to sponsor us
I know, no
immediately.
doubt,
I need to
right?
call us.
So this is three chi. Now each one is 25 milligrams, and now this
Okay.
is of Delta 8. So you figure 50%. You would take about 50% more of Delta 8 than you would for regular. So that's honestly 10 milligrams, 12, 10, 15 milligrams is really all you need, man. Go out there,
Okay.
man, and enjoy the fucking day, man. I'm telling you, it gives you purpose, man. It gives you like it gives you a break from feeling just for a little while. You know what I'm saying? or just not caring for a little while, or just like fucking, you know what, I'm feeling good right now. That's what matters, and that's really what it should always be about. How do I feel now? Am I feeling good now? No, I'm not feeling good now. Let me try to feel good now. Of course, I'm blowing smoke up my own ass because I don't do it myself all the time, but I do at least try. I really do try, man. I really, really
At
do.
least you try, man. Fuck. A
Yeah,
lot of
man.
people won't even do that.
Hmm.
Yeah. I never
Yeah,
try. I mean, I need something. I'm not gonna say act like I don't need nothing. I need something.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think also too the drugs, the big pharma and stuff like that. Those kind of drugs, they have uh, a short term thing to help you. You know what I'm saying? It only helps you in
Yeah.
the short term. Because what happens with those drugs, man? You have to end up upping the dosage and having to take more. You know what I'm saying? And it just
Oh yeah.
starts all
I know.
over again. You know what I mean?
Fuck you up all over again.
Next
Yep.
thing you know, you're taking horse pills, yeah, or at least the size of horse pills.
Damn
You know
sure
what I
taking
mean?
tranquilizers and shit, trying to
Mm-hmm.
get your shit taking
Yeah.
tranquilizers and
Now you're talking. That's
shit.
ketamine. Let's go.
Fuck it.
No, I've never tried
Yeah.
ketamine, but no, I mean, I think really, honestly, that's probably a big one, man. Loneliness can really, really, really lead into all the other things that we talked about.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
there
It
wouldn't be
is.
no, there wouldn't be no depression without loneliness. There wouldn't be.
Yeah. It's
Um, go ahead.
it's what it's like I said last time. It's the tree.
Yeah,
It's a tree of what
they
everything
didn't
is.
catch that,
It's the
by the
tree.
way. They didn't
Yeah.
catch that. Yeah, yeah.
I got y'all now. See, I got y'all now. It's literally the tree of everything. Loneliness leads to anxiety. It leads to depression. It leads to overthinking. It leads to trying to find peace of mind. It leads to all of this shit. It leads to every single thing we've ever talked about. It leads to trying to find a comfort zone. It leads to
Facts.
everything we've ever tried. We talked about because loneliness is the one and only thing that generally all of us have. At some point in our lives, we all will have loneliness. A lot of us can play off depression as much as they can. Some
Hmm.
of us can play off anxiety, but you feel loneliness.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing. Here's something I'll bring up. My podcast, Arce Podcast, that started because I was lonely. I felt like you too. Yeah. I felt
Same
like
thing.
I literally felt like as if, okay, I know somebody in this world feels like I do. I know there's got to be one fucking person that feels like I
Okay,
do.
okay. I started my podcast because of anxiety, because of my depression, because of my loneliness.
Yeah, see?
I started all because of that. The reason, but it wasn't. I didn't start it because I thought somebody felt like me. I started because I knew people felt like me.
Ah, and I didn't. See, I didn't know. I
I
thought I was by
knew,
myself in this motherfucking world.
I knew somebody felt like me, but we don't have the proper tools to say it,
Yeah,
or because you've always felt this way, but nobody's ever had a platform to say it like you said, or or believed in it like you believed in it.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Nah, man.
this is a good
I
topic.
guess,
We talked for a long, we talked for a
yeah.
long time on
No, I like it, and because it's
it.
really. I'm glad. All right, so full disclosure for everybody that's watching and listening, this is the second time we've attempted this. The audio, my on my side, got messed up. We actually do have it. It's sound. It's other than my audio. Um, Brandon's is great. The videos are good, man. The videos, boy, oh boy. So I don't know what to
Oh, we
do.
gotta
I
get
don't.
the videos. We gotta get the vids.
That's what I'm saying. But
Other than
my
that, I mean,
audio is jacked up. So here's the thing. I don't know what to do. So I'm thinking of releasing it as is, without any edits, without making it look all pretty and shit like that, on the Patreon. So
Oh yeah, that could be an exclusive Patreon episode.
okay, all right, that's what we'll do. It'll be on both of our
I mean,
Patreons.
yeah,
It'll be
like this could be for the podcast and the YouTube, but that particularly would be just for the Patreon.
correct, right? That whole episode. You know what I'm saying? Because of the fucked up audio.
Y'all about to get the real dark therapy sessions for artists that makes it all nice and shiny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
facts, 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 facts.
about to get the
But we
real.
talked about Joe Rogan in that, and I think we had some great points.
Oh, we really did talk about
Yeah,
that
so I don't
shit.
want to get back into it this time. But if y'all
Damn.
want to see it, y'all go to patreon.com/Arsay or
Yeah, that was a really good
patreon.com
episode,
slash
man.
Brandon Janu Show. What'd you say?
That was a really good episode. That
It
was a
was
really good episode.
it was such a good fucking episode, man. And I was so mad because yesterday was actually the day I went to go edit it and get it ready for today. I was hoping to have
Yeah.
it up today. It would have been in the evening, but it would have still been on schedule. But now, because of that, the audio's bad. It's gonna be off schedule, but it's all good. It'll be on the Patreon.
It's cool.
Yeah,
Y'all will have it
we had a
eventually.
great conversation, especially about Joe Rogan.
That was a really good
We
episode.
actually went over. So anyway, um, I think loneliness.
Maybe, maybe that's why I messed up. It was like y'all went too fucking over. I guess it's
I
like
was
y'all
watching,
did too
bruh,
much.
and I started off. Yeah, and I started off. All right, that was supposed to be episode 13. So now this
Yep.
is episode 13. But I started off that podcast saying, "Wow, this is unlucky number 13," and my audio shut the fuck up. It was shot out the whole damn time. And then we talked about Joe Rogan. Oh man, there's something
We'll
going
get on
on,
top
bro.
of it. Oh
Oh
man.
my god. And not to mention
We're
the
not
videos that we
saying.
showed, yo.
Oh my god, yo, wow.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, catch that on the Patreon. But I really do. Okay, I'm gonna play devil's advocate here and just not bask in our loneliness, if you will, or bask in our whatever the shit thinking about.
Hmm.
Um, Out of loneliness, creativity can be sparked. You know what I'm saying? So loneliness isn't always necessarily a bad thing. Even if you're feeling bad, if you look at it, like let's say you can literally hover above your life and see your life as a timeline. That
Hmm.
little blip could be what causes the rise. You know what I'm saying? And Charlie Chaplin once said that
Damn.
life, I know, life is a life is a tragedy. Um, Life is a tragedy in the shortcut, but in the long cut, it's a comedy. So meaning like when you really look back and look at your life as you are now, you're 20, 28 now. I'm
Hmm.
about to be 40. And I look back at my life and I think about 20 years ago, the kind of person I was, completely different, not knowing where the fuck I was going, didn't have any motherfucking clue what was happening, depressed as hell, PTSD because I just got out the military. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I was fucked. I didn't know where I was going. But I look at it now and say, I needed that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So, but that being said, man, if y'all feeling lonely and y'all really, really need some help to get out of it, give us a call, man. Talk to us. Follow us on Instagram. Fucking email darktherapysession@gmail.com. We'd love to hear what y'all have to say, seriously. And but oh, yeah, let's do some positive ones too, not just the negatives. If you have a positive story about
Yes.
loneliness, send it in. Darktherapysession@gmail.com. Positive, negative,
I mean,
whatever. If you're feeling lonely, if you need something to get something off your chest, fucking contact us, man, for real. And if it's really that serious and you really want are thinking about ending it, please contact the suicide hotline. Contact one of us, man, because um, we can't have that, man. You know what I'm saying? The point of this podcast was to help. Now, full disclosure. When me and Brendan thought about this show, it was actually supposed to be three of us. We just never got a call back from the third. The dude just never talked to us at all. You know what I mean? He acted like we didn't even exist. Even though he agreed to it, he totally just ignored us. Um, but here we are, man, and we can't allow ourselves to harp on the negative. We have to try to stay positive, or at least think about the positive things. Now, for your instance, when you started off the episode, you were saying you were feeling lonely because the Super Bowl party that you had went to and everything that was going on there, you decided to leave. All right, let's try to look at the positive of that. You showed up, your family saw you. They know you're
Yep.
alive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a positive. That's good. That's a good
Yeah.
thing. You know, growing up, it was like if you don't hear anything from anybody, then it was a good thing. You know what I'm saying?
That shit. That that shit pisses me off. By the way,
Yeah,
and
I hate that shit.
my mom still says that shit. No news is good. Like she still says that shit. No news is good news.
No
No, that
news is
means there's
good
no
news.
fucking news. Like what the fuck? It's not good or bad. That's a problem for me. I don't like that shit. She still says that shit to this day. Well, no news is good news. No, it's a fuck no. No news is no news. Like what the fuck? I need to know where the fuck this shit is at.
I
Like,
need
I
some
need to know.
news, some kind of
Yeah,
news.
I need to know if I need to get my affairs in order. I need to know what the fuck is going on. I
Hmm.
need to know. I don't know about you, but I need to know.
Nah, I
Yeah,
get you.
I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit at all. I hate that damn. I tell her that all the time. Like, don't tell me that. Like,
Yeah,
because because in your head that's what you grew up on. No news is good news. In
right.
my head, it sounds like no news is no news. I need to know what the fuck going on. Like, what the fuck is like? It's a way different life nowadays, man. I
Yeah.
need to know what the fuck going on. Fuck that bullshit.
Nah, I don't blame you either, bro. I don't blame you. It
Hmm.
can be like that, man. It can.
No news is good news. That's some lying shit to me.
I
That's all like lying to me.
feel you. It's just a cop out, in my opinion. Sometimes it's
Yeah, it
just so
really is,
it's
man.
just so that you don't have to talk to the person or allow interact with that person.
Oh,
Nah, I don't hear
that's
nothing
easy.
from them. That's good.
No, it's easy to just be like, nigga, don't call me.
Yeah. Right.
It's very
Right.
easy to say that.
Right.
Like, I ain't hear nothing from you because I ain't want to talk to you, motherfucker.
Right.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Man, loneliness. Shit.
By the way,
Loneliness.
that was an RSA topic. By the way, that was an RSA topic. He hit me up. He was like, "We need to do loneliness." I was like, "Let's do it."
No, it
You
wasn't
always
an
give me
RC.
credit. Yes, it
Nah,
was. Yes, it
no,
was.
it
Yes,
wasn't
it
an
was.
RC. I
Yes,
forget
it was.
how I forgot how it came up. I think
You
it was
sent me. You
actually
sent me a meme. You sent me a meme, and
that's
it was like all these
okay.
things in the room,
That's right. That's right.
and
Because it
I was
reminded
like,
me. Hmm.
mm-hmm.
Nah, go ahead. Go ahead. I'll
Yeah.
let you say it.
No, that's exactly what you did. You sent me a meme. It was like everything in the room. I think it was like anxiety, all these other things in the room, and I think loneliness was like the big one. It was like we need to do
Yes.
this one, and I was like, let's do it. So it was an RSA topic. He gets credit for this. He always shows me credit. He don't want to take, but he don't want to get. But he always shows me credit for the topic, but he don't want to take no credit for his topic. Ain't that some
That's
shit?
what it was. I'll post the meme. I'll put the meme up in post. But it's when the whole squad comes through and it's a bunch of Teletubbies and a kid in the
Mhm.
hospital. It looks like, and it's got anxiety, depression, loneliness, and overthinking. I said,
Mhm.
shit. We already did anxiety, depression, and overthinking, dude. We got to do loneliness.
Dude, loneliness.
Yeah,
Yep.
and that's how that came up.
and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
then
All from a
and then I was like, the other topic gonna be what it is. So yeah.
our next topic. That's going to be next week's
Yeah.
episode, by the way.
Yeah.
It's going to be a real It's gonna be a heavy one
Yeah,
next week, man, and I
yeah.
hope everybody tunes into it, and I hope everybody can get something out of it that helps them. Um, you know what I'm saying? Should we even say what it is? I don't know, or should we just
Nah,
wait?
leave it as.
Okay,
We gonna
yeah.
wait. We
All
gonna
right,
wait.
we'll do that. We'll wait on that. But next week's topic is gonna be real ill, man, and I hope y'all tune into it. Like I said, and hopefully, we can help somebody with it. You know what I'm saying? For
Definitely,
real.
definitely.
All right, man. I hate to kind of tell you to sum up your own story and everything, but maybe can you try to sum up that what things that we've talked about? I guess.
Okay, let's see if I can
I know it's
fix it.
difficult, bro. I know. You got to
Okay.
form it
All
and
right, all right,
flip it
all
and
right.
rub it
Let's do this.
down and all that shit.
I got a Missy Elliott.
Yeah,
Uh,
flip it and reverse it.
uh, I don't know what she says. The rest, I ain't even gonna fuck up my. I ain't even gonna fuck that up. Um, loneliness. Loneliness is something that only you can. I feel like I'm talking about like Smokey the Bear here. Loneliness is only you can fix it. It's only you can prevent those things. It's like
It
it's
really
like
is
a funny.
hard. It really is hard not to come off like as if you're trying to be on top, or you're above it
Yeah,
all. You know what I mean?
I feel like I'm about to be like Smokey the Bear. Only you can prevent forest fires. Like
Right.
no, it's like it's like you can prevent your own loneliness because that's exactly what it is. It's your loneliness. You know what makes you tick. You know what makes you get into those moments of loneliness. Like my brother Arce said earlier, loneliness is consistent. It's not a, one day you're lonely and one day you're not. One day you're loneliness is consistent. When I had my probably worst loneliness, um, I was lonely for 6 months. I had loneliness for like 6 months. Just
Hmm.
every day I get up, kind of take a shower if I felt like it, just be in my bed for the rest of the day. Um, which led to depression. Clearly, it was depression. Clearly, but it was off of what loneliness brought me. I always felt like I was always going to be lonely. No matter what I did, I was always going to be lonely. So, um, yeah, loneliness is a mental state. It's a mental uh, hurdle, a mental obstacle that only you can fix and only you know how to fix it. And again, like I said, loneliness is literally the tree of everything we've talked about because it leads and it creates all of those things. It creates your overthinking, it creates your anxiety, it creates even your positive, uh, your peace of mind. It creates your, um, all of that. So loneliness is the tree of mental health, mental illness, whatever you want to call it. Loneliness is the tree of it. It is the tree that the roots grew from. The branches and leaves came from. So loneliness is.
Yeah. Facts. The tree of loneliness.
I
Well,
really
lonely.
do think we need to name it. I think we really do need to name this goddamn podcast episode "The Tree of Loneliness" because that's exactly what the fuck it is. We talked about this last episode, last time we tried to do this, but I
Yeah.
really do think we need to name this shit "The Tree of Loneliness" because
That's
this just
right.
makes sense.
It
It
does,
makes
man.
sense.
Loneliness is the trunk. Depression, overthinking, anxiety, all those things are just branches off of that same tree, man. You know what I'm
It
saying?
really is. It really is.
Facts. Facts. All right, brother. Now let's. All right. Do you feel any better after that at all? I hope. I hope you do,
Somewhat.
man. I hope you do,
Somewhat.
brother. Yeah.
Somewhat. I mean, again, after I get off this, then I have to get back into reality for a moment. So we shall see after that. But
I would say
we shall see.
get out of the house, bro. Fuck it. Bounce. Get
Yeah,
out
I
of there.
probably.
Run. Come to
To be
Virginia.
honest, I probably shit. I mean, hey. To be honest, I probably just lay down, try to see if I can get some sleep. I haven't really
Yeah.
had that much sleep either. So probably get
Yeah.
some sleep in.
Okay.
Hopefully that'll work too.
Cool,
Hopefully.
man.
I shall
Hell yeah.
see. Yeah.
All right, man. I guess we'll do plugs and go into the shenanigans. Well, I hate saying the word shenanigans because of another podcast, but the antics section of the
the
podcast.
cra- the crazy shit we think and say
Yeah,
that we think is funny. That we think is funny.
yeah.
This is
See,
where
now my
okay.
goal is to try to make you feel better because you came in kind of, down and shit. Now you're
Uh,
smiling, so a little bit better. Hopefully by the end of all this other shit, you'll be having a big old grin on your
his
face.
his thing, his thing. People might not know, but me and RSA first thought was to name this goddamn podcast Dark Humor. This is why after the end of all of that shit, we try to cheer each other up after shit like this, because that's exactly what this is. And it is it. Um, I guess we're doing plugs right now. Plugs I guess for me is Brand New Show. Um, it's a podcast, also my YouTube channel, also my Patreon. I say social media. Really, I just use Instagram. Just go to Instagram. It's way easier. Um, if you need, if you want to do any, I guess, interviews with me, just go to Janu. You could just go to Instagram, Brandon Janu Show clearly, but also Janu Brandon 01 at yahoo.com. If you're trying to do like emails back and forth with that, also Gmail is Dark Therapy Sessions. Follow us on I think we're doing a Patreon. I think we talked about it last episode. We should.
You wasn't sure.
Oh yeah, I wasn't really
We'll
sure,
get there.
but
We'll get there eventually.
we should. But until then, Gmail, uh, YouTube. Follow us both on social media. Shout out to my guys, Urban Boulevard, brand ambassador. Finally got my hat. You gotta go get out the car. That doesn't help, but yeah, it's in the car.
That's
I wore
true.
that yesterday. Took a picture. You use the code Brandon.30 for 30% off if you decide to purchase anything. Uh,
That puts
the
some
fuck
money in your
else?
pocket. Hell yeah.
I hope so. I really, really hope so. What else? Oh, new episode out right now. Uh, uh, things that have impacted my life. 90s TV shows, or 90s greatest TV shows ever list. My brother R says on that one, so go
Yes,
check that
sir.
one out. We
Not because
debated
of
the
me,
90s.
because of you.
We debated the 90s greatest TV shows. Go find out who's number one, uh, and who's on the list. Um, yeah. Anything else?
I don't know. You tell
I don't
me.
think.
it's your
Oh.
side.
That's what I'm trying to do. I have anything
What
else?
else I
Oh,
got? What else I got?
yeah, I'm trying to think now. Also, I did a podcast with my guy, Jack Johnson, the real Jack Johnson. He wanted me on his sports uh podcast episode part, and I did that Saturday. It's out now on podcast platforms everywhere. So go listen to
Nice.
that. And yeah,
Hell
I think that's everything. I have no idea. I might have more shit later, but I
yeah.
don't know.
Nah, you
Oh,
straight.
new podcast episode dropping midnight tonight. Things that have impacted my life.
Facts.
90s greatest albums. So with the family. So yeah.
Facts. Facts. Hell yeah, man. You can follow me on Instagram at RSay Senior. That's RSAYSR. You can also follow the Dark Therapy Session on YouTube. Send us your videos, your would you rathers, your FMKs, or if you actually just really want to talk to us, man, email us at darktherapysession@gmail.com. Also, you can go to patreon.com/RSay. That's RSAY. And you get the Dark Therapy Session, the Let Up, the Skank Bank, and the RSA podcast. As a matter of fact, after this is done, I will be recording my first episode of RSA in 3, 4 months. So catch that. Please go subscribe to all the respective YouTube channels, RSA, Dark Therapy Session, the Let Up, and the Skank Bank. Um, please go do that. In September, I will be volunteering for the Ruts Foundation for prevention of veteran suicide. That will be in September. It's also going to be a part of Freedom Fest. Please come out, come check it out. At least come say hi. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be vendors there. There's going to be a car show, man. There's going to be just a whole bunch of shit that's going on. There's also a race to end veteran suicide. So all the money that you sign up with, all the money that goes towards the foundation, which helps veterans like myself, and which they have helped me before, which is the reason why I volunteer so much because they've helped me out in a time in need, and they do that with everybody, especially if you're a veteran. Recently, there was a veteran where his son swallowed over 400 pills, and he's now in critical condition. He's 15 years old, y'all. I have the donation link up on my Facebook page, so if y'all can go up there and just go take a look at it and donate whatever you can to this family. They could use anything, man, because right now the hospital bills are going to be outrageous. You know what I'm saying? And I can't imagine it. I'm about to cry. I can't imagine as a parent, my son doing that, and you can't work. You know what I'm saying? You got to spend every waking moment that you have there at the hospital with your son because it could be really any moment. So if y'all find it in your heart to donate to the Ruts Foundation, please do it. I really truly believe in this, and damn, I don't want to cry, bro. I'm trying. I'm really trying not to cry, bro. Um, please, out of the kindness of your heart, if you can give anything, even if it's just $5, $1, whatever the fuck it is, man, please donate it. Um, we all know, especially with this kind of podcast, that depression really can seep in to minors. You know what I'm saying? I've been saying it for
Yes.
years. I feel like I've had depression way longer than I even realized.
Me too.
So I'll also be putting up the Ruts Foundation link here on the screen, so y'all can do that, and it will also be in the episode description. So if y'all can, please go do that and follow me and Brandon on all major platforms, and that should be good, man. I really do appreciate it. This week's FMK is with Kylie Jenner, Francia Raisa, ooh, and Jordyn Jordyn Woods. That happened unexpectedly there.
His ass slipped. His ass
It
on his
did.
there.
It
Ooh.
slipped like whoa, whoa. That may have that may have swayed the
That shit
judges
was
right
funny.
there.
Yo, that shit was.
All
Oh
right,
wow.
Brandon. Who would you fuck? Who would you marry? Who would you kill?
Shit. I'm marrying Jordyn Woods. That's like a given. Marrying her, and I'm fucking Oh shit. I'm marrying nice titties.
Yep.
Um, um
Reza, Francia
and,
Reza.
right, yeah, I'm fucking her, and I gotta
She
kill
did.
Kylie.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
guess
she
what?
got out of here. Yeah, she's out of here.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
Yes.
I'm marrying Jordyn Woods, fucking Francia Raisa, and Kylie Jenner dead. Now,
Damn, we agree. What the fuck is going on with
yeah,
this?
yeah, yeah. Facts,
We
facts.
agree. We agreed on the last episode. This is getting weird.
Now, I didn't know who Jordyn Woods was, and as
Mm.
soon as I typed in her name and saw these photos, I said, "Oh yeah, oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about." She is extremely pretty. She's gorgeous, rather. I don't know where she's
Mhm.
from or if she's an actress, a singer, or model. I don't know what she is exactly. But based on photos alone, yeah, she's beautiful. And she's beautiful enough to marry. You know what I'm saying? She looks wholesome enough to marry, I should say. Um, hopefully she a freak in the bed though. But yeah, I think she's really, really pretty. She's got it all day. Francia Reza,
Mhm.
you know, she looks Latina. I don't want to assume, but
Mhm.
she looks
She is.
Latina, and she's
She is.
extreme. She's pretty as hell. Fine as a motherfucker, and especially with that titty shot that came earlier. Yeah, I would like to put my mouth on those titties. So,
He's back. He's back. Okay. He's back. Okay.
so yeah, she's getting banged out, and then Kylie Jenner, just because. So, all right, Kylie Jenner. Look, I'm not a fan of the Kardashians or the Jenners or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But she is
hmm
pretty as hell. She's fine as a motherfucker. I think
Fine,
it's
bitch.
best. I think it's based on basically who she is. Um,
Yeah,
that's the reason
same.
I
It's
gotta
like,
kill her.
listen. If anybody knows, well, certain people know, Jordyn Woods and Kylie were best friends. That's why I'm
Oh,
riding with
really?
Jordan. That's why I'm
Is
with
that
Jordan
right?
all day.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
What happened? They're not best friends no more.
that's the one that they said
God
hooked up with
damn.
her sister man.
Oh shit.
She the one. hmm
Jordan
And I
Woods
can
was the one that
understand what.
hooked up with
Yep.
Kylie's man.
No, Chloe's dude.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and I can see why. I mean, I could see
Ooh.
why. I'm like,
Hell
I
yeah.
was like, I don't judge him for it. I'm like, I could probably understand why. I don't
Yeah.
judge you for it. I'm like, I completely understand why.
Damn right. She fine as shit. All
Mhm.
right. Nice. Those are FMKs,
He
ladies.
said, nice.
Jordyn Woods, you're getting wifed up by both of us. Uh, Francia Raisa, you're getting banged out by both of us. Can we run a train? Kylie Jenner, you did.
Oh.
You dead twice.
You 12 feet under.
Yeah, 12. You double dead.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. Oh
Oh my god.
man. Yeah,
This
man.
this this would you rather is gonna be interesting.
No doubt. I'm
This
glad
is
you
so about
said
to be this is about to be such an interesting one.
that. Okay, so now it's time for Would You Rather. Brandon, would you rather have your significant other look through your text, emails, and internet history, or would you
Mm.
rather have your employer do that?
Employer, employer,
Fuck
employer.
yeah.
I ain't say it. Employer
Fuck
like a
yeah.
motherfucker. Yo, when you
I,
gave me that idea, I was like, employer,
yeah,
employer.
in a fucking heartbeat, man. Hell yeah, in a fucking heartbeat, bro. I
Hey,
am
listen, I'm
not
just.
letting my significant other see what the fuck I be looking at in private.
Oh my God, no,
Now, an
nope.
employer can decide not to employ you. You may not get the job, but chances are you'll never see that person ever again. Now, if he still hires you based on your history that you don't want to show your significant other, that motherfucker, something up with him.
Yeah,
You got something.
I'm questioning the job already. Like, what the
Yes.
fuck do you want me to do?
Exactly. Exactly. Fucking right, man. I don't want my damn significant other seeing that shit, but I can show it to some motherfucking stranger. Yeah, so what? It might be depending on the job. But realistically, you're a stranger.
Listen. All you can do is fire me. She could kill me. That's a difference.
There's a difference. There
That's
is
a
a difference.
huge difference. That's a huge difference. Like, you gonna just fire me. Go ahead and fire me, motherfucker. I've been fired before. That shit ain't nothing.
Hmm. Exactly, yo. Exactly.
She gonna kill my ass. Like, it's a different type of feeling. Fuck that shit.
Yo, I'm yawning. Sorry. I took some mushrooms right before we started. I didn't want to trip during, but now it's starting to kick in. That's why the yawning came. But
Uh,
you know, I think you nailed it right on the motherfucking head. My significant other, knowing the choices that I make, especially with these FMKs, If
Uh-huh.
you look at most of the ones that I met, they crazy, bruh. Amber Heard shitting on pillows. You don't think she gonna stab me? I know she gonna stab me. You know what I'm saying? No, you cannot look into my motherfucking history. No, hell nah. You gonna have to kill me to look at it. Oh,
And
Mr. Employer. Oh, you want to look through my search history? Yeah, yeah, go right ahead. Don't
Don't do
you
what you
know?
gotta do, man.
Do what you got to do. Hey, you know what? You go ahead and look at it, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it was nice knowing you. Thanks for the opportunity. I'll see you later.
Yo, I appreciate the job opportunity, my guy.
Thanks for
That's
the
all I can
interview,
tell you.
but I know it's not going past this part. Facts. All right, y'all. That's the end of the show. I didn't even start the session from the beginning. Oh well, it happens.
It is what it
Yeah.
is.
uh, but if you want to close it out, man, that'd be great. And
All right, all
but
right.
all of y'all that are watching and listening, we really do appreciate it. Thank you for
Yes,
subscribing. Thank you for being part of the community. Please reach out to us. We'd like to know who you are. And if you need help, please come talk to us.
definitely. Oh man. All right. Today's episode is about loneliness. Again, only you know what makes you lonely. And there is a difference between being lonely and loneliness. It's consistency. It is consistency of lonely. Um, some people can feel lonely for a day. Some people feel loneliness for an eternity. Um, only you know what's what's lonely to you.
Hmm.
When it comes to these FMKs, listen, Kylie. I mean, listen. We don't want to kill you, but we see your reputation. Let's say it like that. Family reputation. I'll just say your family reputation. Uh, yeah. Jordan and Francia, y'all just fine. I can't listen.
Oh
Y'all
my
are fine.
goodness.
Y'all are fine. Y'all are fine. Y'all got it. Y'all just got it. Y'all got it too, but just if you wasn't part of that family, you might have been wiped up. I'm just saying. It's just we read about something today. Um, would you rather listen? You can look through my shit if you're an employer all day, every day, but my significant other will never get my passcode, like ever in life. Like that's why I got a face ID. Like, like you will never get my fucking. So if my employer can look through my shit till he get tired, I don't give two
Hmm.
fucks. But my significant other, you will never get my goddamn passcode. You ain't getting no goddamn passcode. The fuck? I'm not trying to die. Fuck that shit. Just
Yeah,
looking at ass and titties. That shit is not
no
working.
doubt. No doubt.
um, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's session. I hope you guys enjoyed what we've been doing pretty much. This is the 13th episode. It's crazy. It's nuts. Uh, and I hope you guys have been enjoying this, man. And the session is now closed. Peace.
Peace.
Nothing is hard.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for listening to the show. Thanks for watching on YouTube. Thank you for subscribing. I'm going to give you a little bit of bonus. We were on Brandon Janu's show last night, top 10 movies that have impacted his life. And some right at the end there, as I was giving plugs, I gave up the topic for next week's episode. And come to find out, it sounded like everybody wanted to talk about it. So that's what we ended up doing. We ended up having a conversation about our next topic for next week. I hope you listen. So please subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. And all the people that are on this next clip, please go follow them. Please go do that, y'all. Appreciate it. We really hope you enjoy it. The topic is real deep, and it's a deep conversation, and please listen to it. Love y'all. Peace.
Hey man, I ain't want to say this out loud, but I was waiting on a invitation to the dark therapy room, but I guess it's with my Malcolm X vote still in the mail, huh?
Nah, we never sent it.
Oh, man.
Oh man,
Nah, let me.
savage.
Right.
Even better.
Right.
That's the savage comment of the night right there.
Damn.
We haven't had any guests yet. And we haven't really decided whether or not we want to have guests at this
Don't
point.
do it. Just leave it y'all two, man. Y'all cool.
You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
Y'all cool.
So that's
But
where
some
we're
of us
at.
do need some make appointments, to talk to the doctors because we got some dark therapy we need.
Well, nigga Nelson was like, "What?"
Yo, we got
Word.
this next episode we gonna do is I don't know we doing anything outside of that. We do like the topic's gonna be the first episode actually. So
Yeah,
yeah.
the next one we're gonna tackle is
Mm,
suicide. So
mhm.
we'll see how that
Deep,
goes.
Deep,
Yeah, that's
deep,
him.
deep.
Real deep.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Like I said on the one we just recorded, that's coming out tomorrow. It should be tomorrow, the next day. Um,
It's one of
there
those
was
days.
yeah,
It's one of these
yeah,
days. Like,
facts. There was a child that just 15 years old just swallowed 400 pills because he wanted to kill himself. And right now he's in the hospital, and the parents, don't have a lot of money, so they're putting up a donation and shit like that. But to be 15 years old and to want to swallow 400 pills just because you don't want to be here anymore, man, that's just tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but you got a link to that donation? Because
It's on my
honestly,
Facebook
I had a
page.
best friend that killed himself. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
That's tough,
saying?
man.
Like,
That sucks, yo.
that's deep, man. Like, that was my brother. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
he was always happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never seen no signs.
Well, that's
You
the
know,
thing about
They hide
depression.
it though,
The thing
man.
about
That's the
depression,
Yeah.
because
yeah,
my sister committed suicide, I believe now probably 2 or 3 Christmas ago on Christmas Eve and passed away
Mm,
mm,
Christmas Day morning. So
mm.
you won't see it sometimes. You really don't. And it's like even if you do see it, you could do everything in the world. You could get all the professionals. You could put them on the balancing regulation of the right medications. At the end of the day, it's depression is fucking crucial.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, mental health is real. Bipolarness is like you just is we did everything. We did everything to make her happy. We did everything to see that she laughed. We did everything. It's like you just it's about you can't do anything about it because at the end of the day,
like my wife used to tell me that because I used to be like,
it's
I
within
never
the person.
like he was always the
It's the
uplifted.
individual.
Like, if
Yeah,
he seen any unhappiness, he will make you happy. Like, why? He
But
was that when he
it's
walk in the
those
room, he
but
glow. Like, you know what
but
I'm saying?
you
Like,
got to think about it. You got to think about it. So when they're happy when they're around us, but you don't know what they're suffering when they're alone.
yeah, and
When
Exactly.
it
they're
be
by
those
themselves in that room on their body in the house, when everybody go, when the party is over, Sunday dinner is now everybody taking their leftover plates and everybody leaving. You don't know what the circumstances when their room is empty. See, he probably put on that happy face when as she did when we was all there. But it was times when her mother walked in the room and she's basically she did the pill thing. She walked in front of a train. She walked in front of a bus. She tried to go in front of the street and get hit by a car. And me and my brothers try to always stop her from walking in front of on in the highway or whatever the case may be. It was all the time, 3 o'clock in the morning. We used to not get no rest because we had to always guard her. It was just, and again, like even Arce, I heard Arce say it's within the individual.
Mm-hmm.
So true. And with me and Brandon, I think we actually do suffer from it still. And we laugh and we joke while we're here, and we do the best we can. We put up a good face, a good front, and we do the best that we can. But at the same time, once we hit end, we have to deal with ourselves by
mm.
ourselves. And
Exactly.
and that's
Mhm.
when it's the hardest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And it's hard on the family members who
It
have
is.
to deal with the people who deal with it because
It,
they have to deal with the signs and the symptoms. They have to be on, like Miss Cormia was saying, they couldn't
alert.
even rest because they
Yeah.
had to always watch them and make sure that and that's something to really take note of. in
Yeah.
individual cases, like
And within the family, you try to do everything you can to see whatever you could do to turn that around, to make them happy, to make them feel different, to not feel that way. But again, it's nothing we could do.
There's nothing you can do at the end of the day.
We went to beyond to we went to 2 countries, we went to 5, 6 states to get the best doctors, making sure the medicine right, making sure if she ain't like it or make her feel some type of way, we was like, okay, let's change the doses, let's up it, let's reduce it, let's do this, let's change that. We did everything. I mean, we even to the fact we always crowded her with love, kisses, hugs, everything. But again, we was exhausting ourselves, but it's them. And then it hurts us.
Kudos on to y'all for doing that, for real.
Yeah, and then it's like, it hurts us because it's like everything we did, everything we tried, everything we thought of, it still wasn't able to help or work. You know what I'm saying? And
but
so,
it had nothing to do with y'all.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why when somebody asked me when I did an interview, someone asked me, do I regret or am I mad at my sister from killing herself? I say, I can't be mad at her because at the end of the day, wherever she's at right now, she's not in pain, no longer in pain. She's no more longer suffering. She's no longer fighting with exactly. She wanted the noise to stop in her head. She no longer fighting with whatever's going on inside her head. She's not fighting no more. Exactly. And that noise got loud to her. So to the fact is, and then you got to remember that my sister was one time incarcerated for some stupid shit in PA. That's why I don't like Pennsylvania, because they fucking laws is stupid as hell. They don't deal with mental health properly. They thought she was just acting out. And then for you to put a person with mental disability, a mental health depression, and the bipolar symptoms into a hole, that's the worst thing you could do. The noise will get louder in their head.
Yeah, and then you leave them alone with their thoughts.
Then you shoot, exactly. And then you shooting them and pumping them up with tranquilizers, thinking that's supposed to help them, calm them down, when you're basically just violating the whole function of their body.
And I'm very sorry to cut you off, because this is where I feel guilty within my best friend death, because he actually called me a day before it happened. And I was kind of busy and I didn't answer the call, and when I finally got around to it, I didn't even get around to it. I saw his death actually on Facebook. After he tried to call me, literally 3 hours, me getting back to it. And I'm looking on Facebook saying, rest in peace, Dario. I'm like, hold up. He just tried to call me, and I missed it. So I feel like it's my fault. If I would have answered that call, I feel like he would have still been here to this day. I feel like that.
But as his wife, I can't let him live with that guilt because you never know.
You can't say that.
You can't say that because
you didn't take his life. You know what I'm saying? You can't hold yourself responsible for that.
Yeah, and that's your podcast is sensuant. I can't let you live with that either. Because at the end of the day, you could have answered the call. Y'all could have talked for hours, but still, still didn't want to mean that after he hung up from that.
Right.
What is all he wanted to hear his brother voice?
But listen. No. A person does not come to the point to want to unalive themselves, kill themselves, take their own life just from somebody not answering the phone. It comes from years and years and years of fighting demons, torture in their own soul, abuse, things that have happened in life and experience that they can't, in their mind, they cannot stay in a world that exists like that. And in my heart, I feel like that's where it comes from.
I mean, he could have called you and y'all could have talked, but at the end of the day, he had already made his mind up.
Exactly. And that's what I always enforce in him, that he can't hold that guilt forever, because you're not God. You couldn't have stopped that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like he probably did call you just to say, maybe in his own way, goodbye.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of what he could have done, but it wasn't. It's nothing that you could have done for that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Don't hold that
because
shit. Don't hold that shit on
yeah,
your chest, man.
because at the end of the day, man, he knew how much you loved him. He knew how much you cared for him. He knew you would have talked him down, but at the end of the day, it's still something that you couldn't do.
Yeah.
That's
Cause
his
trust
own person. Yeah,
don't
that's
be,
his own
Hey,
personal feelings.
real
yeah.
quick, I mean, if it's okay with everybody, y'all mind if Brendan sends this to me and I put it on the dark therapy session? I would love to put this on there. I mean, we
Yeah.
thought it was
I'm
a
with it.
great conversation.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay,
I'm with
cool.
it.
yeah,
This
man.
is
You
an
can't
important
help that though,
conversation
man.
for people to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It
th- yeah, I mean, suicide, man.
it
This is why this
affects
episode.
everybody.
Yeah, this is why this episode is gonna be tough.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's no way
I mean,
of.
I'll tell y'all flat out. I've tried 3 times. I just never had the balls to go fully through with it. You know what I'm
I've
saying?
tried it too.
You know what I'm saying? So, hanging myself, pills, just a bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? And I've tried it, and I've always still, even to this day, I kind of give myself, I even call myself a coward a little bit because I never actually went through with it. But at the same time, I'm happy to be here. You know what I mean? But uh,
And we are happy that you are still here.
thank you. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I really do. And that's why I keep doing this podcasting shit. You know what I'm saying? But um, I there was always every time I did it, I was always thinking about myself. I was being selfish. You know what I'm saying? It was always the short term problems, and to me that was my long term solution. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
Hmm.
but every single time after I came from it, when I felt like I was being a coward, I could only just stare at my kid's face, my kid's faces, because I got 3, and I could never imagine leaving them like the way my father left me. Not that he committed suicide; it's just that he was just never there. You know what I'm saying? And I can only imagine the kind of fucked up I would give my kids by their father
Well,
killing
see,
themselves
that's an
himself.
important part that when
Um,
I talk to people who have those types of thoughts and are obsessed with death and talk about it a lot, I always express to them that to me, suicide, taking your own life, is not about ending your own pain necessarily. It adds to the pain that you leave the people behind and your children, your parents, whoever, your loved ones, your husbands, your wives, the people that are left behind to mourn you will always remember all them good times, but they have to, when they think of you gone, they have to think of the fact that you chose to not be here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like fighting cancer. It wasn't like having HIV or lupus. It was,
Hmm.
you chose to take yourself away from me. And for children that's left behind, that's a hard thing for them to grow up with, that their love wasn't enough to make you stay. And so
Hmm.
they develop mental
Right.
issues
Then
from
the
it.
cycle starts all
And
over
the
again.
cycle
Yeah.
starts all over.
Yeah. And I have to say this, like I hear you, Kim, but it's like when somebody dealing with depression and mental illness, um they know that people around them love them, but at the time they're not really thinking about they're not thinking about
Oh,
it. They thinking about the fact
oh,
Well,
trust me, I
it's
know.
the
they
I
fact.
buried
wanted
a
to
3-month old baby in
they wanted
'09, and if
they wanted
anybody
to
wanted to
stop.
die, I wanted to die. I did, but the whole point was, it was like, I'm for like 3 years after he first passed away. When we had the J Money episode, I mentioned this. Like, I didn't never actively try to kill myself. I just didn't care if my actions caused death. You know what
Mhm.
Mm,
I'm saying?
yeah.
So like, and because of it now, and I can say this now, because my daughter is in a hospital right now fighting depression and anxiety and hearing things and people in her mind telling her that she ain't worth life. So I know in my heart of hearts that my cycle created her cycle, but her cycle started because she's the one that found him not responding back then. You see, what she was 10 years old and found him not. So if anybody understands suicide, I understand suicide because I literally contemplated it several thousand times along the way. And I do understand that they're not considering anybody else at the time, and it's a selfish thing to do. But that's where our encouragement for those types of mental illness and special needs steps in, and we say, okay, we try to give them whatever we can along the way, but like we were saying about his brother, like they would have never known that he was like that because he would have never even talked like that.
He never wasn't like, you really couldn't tell.
Because a lot of people don't show it. They suffer in silence at the end of the day. There's some people you will see the signs, and there's others that you won't see the signs. And I'm not saying that, Kim, that you're not understanding. I'm just saying that the same thing. They're not looking at as for it to be selfish or to leave people behind. They just want the noise and the pain to stop.
Yeah, of course.
And to they're not saying that, oh my God, I'm banning them, I'm being selfish. I know they're gonna suffer, of me not being here, or it's not they like trying to punish or put that moaning on the family. It's just the fact that they just want that pain to stop. And then for us as family, we do everything we can, and it's like we can't. Like we even went from 3 different countries to 6 to 7 different states of different doctors, to medications, to making we surround her with love, to do everything above the sun, to the atmosphere, to space and back and beyond. And still,
what the weird thing about it, it's like the medications is like it's making it worse
for some, because
for some people
they don't, because it's not the right dosage, or it's not
entirely possible. That's the reason I got off of mine. My SSRIs was because of that. I started feeling like a zombie. The world was just revolving around me.
Well, that's why my daughter's in the hospital now. She's getting her medication regulated because the medication they had her on was making it worse. Like it was bad to the point like I wasn't sleeping or anything.
The mushrooms have completely helped me, yo.
Yeah.
Straight up.
I know how I felt about.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Kim.
No, you're good.
I already knows how I feel about pills. He already knows how I feel about pills. They are temporary fixes.
Yeah, and that's why some people will receive well to it, and then some not. And that's why I say
do.
That's why you have to go to your doctor to communicate, because if something making you feel like a zombie, you got to let them know. You have to sit there, I'm not feeling right, so now we got to switch, we got to change, we got to do something, then we got to try something else.
Sometimes that can be too late.
And then and it can be too late. But at the same time, then you also got the person who's dealing with the depression who don't want to take it also. Right. So how the hell we gonna sit there? If y'all see my size, my sister was my size. How the hell we try to force this big ass girl, try to put pills down her throat? And we barely was trying to force her not to walk in the street or try to jump on the train track. Like that's crazy. Like you don't know what to do. So it's like she was like, "Hey, y'all, these pills not making me feel better. These shits are making me feel horrible." So we was like, "Okay, we did everything with the pills, with the medication. What else do you want us to do?" You know what I'm saying? We kept saying, Tia, what you want us to do? Tia, what you want us to do? Like, what else can we actually do for you? What else do you need for us to do for you to make you feel better? We did everything. We even went the holistic way.
And it goes to show you that it really is just up to the individual.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't talk somebody out if their mind is set that they don't want to be here anymore. They'll figure a way to make it happen. I mean,
some people we talk about this all the time. Some people that just need to sit in it. They need to figure out their own way of dealing with it. So
that's
maybe sitting in it. Yeah, sitting in it. some people are always trying to get you a quick fix, and it's like that shit don't fix nothing.
Right.
And that's
Yeah.
what people don't understand sometimes. It's like you can't tell me how to fix my shit for me.
Mhm.
I have to figure this shit out myself. And that's why I love to sit by myself and figure this shit out myself. Because you can't
Mhm.
tell me. Because you're not gonna be here to tell me how to move when you're gone. So how the fuck you gonna tell me how to move now? And it's,
See though.
and
Oh man.
nah, like as a, like because that's the thing. Like I have to sit in my shit.
Yeah.
I have to sit in my depression. I have to because if I don't, and I'm just looking for quick fixes, it's gonna get worse. I know it is. I
You
know it
know,
is. So
uh, I'm sure everybody can agree. There's been times you wake up and just want to cry for no reason at all.
Yeah.
I
You know what
have
I'm
a
saying?
lot of those days.
I have many times, and honestly, with within in my healing journey, because a healing journey is a lifestyle. It's not a Monday to Friday or a 9 to 5. It's
Every
a
day, all
implement
day.
lifestyle all day, every day, 365 days. This is what I do cry when I feel like sometimes I'm like, why the fuck am I crying?
It
But
helps.
listen, it does help. It's
Mhm.
called purging. Because sometimes you have
Yep.
it just has emotional body function that automatically just happen on its own, that you just need something in your body, your mental, your mind is telling that something needs to be released.
Mhm.
And as humans, we go trying to be strong human beings and go through life and try to make it, and try to survive and do everything, be mommy, daddy, husband, wife, sister, aunt, uncle, brother, everything. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Sometimes when the door closes and we by ourselves, like Brandon said, you gotta sit in the shit and realize we end up figuring out sometimes.
Facts.
And
Facts.
sometimes you wake up like Arce said, you want to cry. And listen, I do. I remember I used to see my grandmother at the kitchen sink washing dishes, crying. I never understood it until I got older. Not only was she crying, but she was praying. Not only was she praying, but she was talking out loud and having conversations. You know what I'm saying to us? So we used to think like, what the hell is going on? But it's the things that she needed to get out. This woman held the whole world on her shoulder, carrying 8 kids, 22 grandkids, and 15 great grands. You know what I'm saying? And being the matriarch of a whole household, a family. So I understood. So when we got older, when we seen that, we let it be what it is because we understood. Like she praying for her family, she need to purge, she having a conversation and figuring out what the fuck she need to do next. So and then now my son see me do that because he used to see his great grandmother do it. He's like, my mother just have to do what she have to do. She's getting shit out. It's not normal to me no more. And I do. Even sometimes I put on my gospel music, I be in here just yelling and screaming and praising the God and hallelujah, the universe and the vibe, the energy of the world, and just, restoring my energy and purging all the stuff that I need to get out and cry. Because you really fucking do. Because holding that shit in will make you explode. You either going to kill somebody or you going to kill yourself.
And you know what? That's real. Cause I was young when I actually went to like a therapist, and this he told me like I see a lot of tension in you. Like you have a lot of backed up. Like I could see it in
anger.
you. And I was kind of like talking over it. He was like, "No, you need to let it out.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm.
holding back so I could, you know, you just hit a nail." And something about myself when I was young, I used to hold back a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he told me like you need to release before you, like you just said, before you kill somebody. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I can see the tension in your eyes right now. Like.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
you do. And I just want our community or just even the world just realize that, what I'm saying, it's okay to cry, it's okay to purge, it's okay to release, but just to find a healthy releasation of doing that. Because we cannot keep the restore a negative energy within our bodies because it will eat us alive. It will tear us apart. It will make us go crazy.
It'll
We have,
literally kill us.
yeah, exactly. Just like stress will. You know what I'm saying? So we have to be able to find a healthy balance to be able to release these negative energy toxins and endorphins out of our body. That's why working out is good. That's why punching bag or doing kickboxing or whatever it is that you need to do, jumping rope or just running 5, 10, 15 miles, whatever. So do Forrest Gump shit. You know what I'm saying? Just at the end of the day, bring it back to the movie. But at the end of the day, it's just you just need to do something to release because our body was not created to restore negative energy. Our body was all, even as women, when we sleep, we have to we release a lot of everybody. Our body sweat during we sleep because it's releasing a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? And now that is restoring for the next day. The bones is healing. The skin is, recuperating. Everything is doing what it needs to do. Even with the vagina, it's airing out. It's sitting near pH balance. It's doing restoring everything it needs to do. So you got to realize that the same way you have to do with your mind. And people forget that the brain is a muscle that we have to continue to work. But we have to pay attention to that because therapy is a good solution. It is. We don't want to have to run to medicine because people don't like it. Cool. I don't even like taking the motherfucking aspirin when I got a headache. I sit there and use my essential oils, put my diffuser on, put some calming music, cut all the lights on, give me a cold pack, put it on my eyes because I like the natural holistic way. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to restore my body with no aspirin or with Tylenol or whatever. I want to be able to know that I can do this on my own and my body is strong enough to do it. So we have to realize that also we need help and guiding into doing that way. That's what counselors and therapists and psychiatrists are there for. And if you don't find the right one the first time, that's why we have to interview many of them to find the right one.
I'm pro cannabis psychiatric treatment. Just let me add that. I believe that's the miracle cure for all issues. Just that's a miss possible disclaimer, not representing the Brandon Janu show or anybody else on here.
Kim, you said that. I say quickly turn this camera on.
Since you're gonna bring a spotlight to it, I just have to go ahead.
And I'm a believer of everybody, like you said, therapy. Okay, everybody needs an outside opinion. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Talking to a therapist is good for people. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, and talking to family, I tell them if anything, a therapist gives you a clean slate board that you can just bounce your whole issues off of, and they supposedly objectively, if that's humanly possible, might I add, but they supposedly objectively can give you an intellectual view into why your behaviors are what they are.
Absolutely. Let me tell you this, because I hear a lot of people, especially men, and I had this argument with one of my brothers where, do you think I want to talk to somebody telling me what to do? Therapists are not there to tell you what to do. Therapists are there. They're your soundboard for you to pour all your rain down on them. And as they're listening to you, they are sitting there giving you the tools and installing the skills that you already have. They're enhancing the skills that you already have, providing the proper tools for you to tap in and receive the solution that you already know is there, but they're there to help you find it. That's all it is. Yeah. Every Sunday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I am on Zoom with my therapist. I've been to this woman like no one soul. She never told me what to do. What she said there, she did. She provided me with solutions of options and whatever I want to take. Yep. I want to take A, B, or C. Then she said, then next week, let me know which one you choose, and then that's your homework.
They give me homework every time.
And that all the time, Mom's giving me homework, and she's like,
they give me homework every fucking time.
Did you talk to such and such? Did you let them know? Did you say this? Did you do this?
That shit get on my nerves.
They don't tell you what to do. They never tell you what to do. And that's the thing about Black people, because the fight is, I keep hearing people say, I don't want no therapist telling me what to do. I don't want to. They're not telling you what to do. They hear what you're saying. Exactly. They hear
what you're saying.
And I was young when I saw one, and I understood it. I did. You know what I'm saying? So
You
yeah,
know,
I never understood when people said therapist is not for me. Why not?
Hmm.
right.
Hmm.
Well,
Why
I
not?
mean, I know I'm not black, but in my house, we were taught that psychiatry was like psychobabble bullshit. Like it was
Hmm.
quackery that they couldn't tell you what's in your mind. That you just give them your money to sit there and listen to you the same as you could talk to your best friend. That's what I was taught.
But your
And
best
that
it's not
got
much
the ability
different
or the
though.
two is your best friend. I got the ability. See, the thing is, but it's a big difference because you talking to a non-biased person that does not know you.
mhm. Mhm.
Your
And that's the
best
thing.
friend, you talking to a non-biased person that
Yep.
does not know shit about you. So they can't sit there and say, you know what? So it's like you telling them a story. So you talking to your best friend. Your best friend know Tamika, Sharonda, and Rhonda, right? Y'all all know each other. They gonna sit there and now your best friend Cynthia, she has a biased opinion because she got
Yep.
emotions in it. Now your therapist don't have no emotions attached. No, she don't know none of these people that you're talking about. All she care about and she dealing about providing you, the person Kim in her office or on the Zoom call about what Kim needs to do, properly provide and give Kim the tools to talk to Tamika, Sharonda, and Stephanie.
I cut him off.
That's
I
Mm.
it.
cut him off.
And then, yeah, you provided her everything that's in your heart, your mind, your spirit, and your soul. Because your story, your pain, your trauma, everything that you're pouring to her, you're giving her everything that's in your head, everying you're
I
fighting.
still feel like they're secretly judging me. That's why I don't like fucking with
Stop it.
them.
You need to have to
And
change that
guess what
motherfucker.
though? A best friend gonna tell you something you don't want to hear too. Also, a
You know,
real best friend
I
is gonna
I
tell you
find
what's best for you.
I
You know
find
what
my
I'm saying?
They
Same
ain't
thing,
talking about
kind
the
of.
therapist, not the best friend.
I'm
I
finding
know. I'm
myself
kind. It's
on
kind of a similarity too, though, when you think about it. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like a real best friend is gonna be
doesn't
like,
pass
okay, I'm gonna tell
judgment.
you what's best for you. Fuck everything else. I love you. Like, you know what I'm saying? A
Yeah.
True.
therapist at the same time is like,
I
okay,
feel like for
we're gonna
me,
get to the
dark
solution of the
therapy,
problem or why it makes you hurt. Like, you know what I mean?
dark therapy for me is my therapy, straight up.
Yeah, and
When I
everybody have
sit there, because like, look, none of us has actually met in person. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That includes me and Brandon. And that's what me and Brandon do, man. That's what we talk about. Just the shit that's bothering us or whatever's on our mind. Even if we have a topic, chances are, we got an hour to fill, bro. So chances
We
are we're going out somewhere, we're
yeah
doing
we
all
we
this and
we
all that, and then somehow we get back to it. You know
yeah
what I'm
we did
saying?
like okay we had to do like 2 episodes on one topic,
Yeah,
but
we fucked up.
it were
I
completely
fucked
different.
up.
It was completely different episodes. Like if you
Of
actually,
Yeah.
course, yes.
it was completely different
And I
episodes.
found that it's different times, different topics, different uh environments that lead to different conversations about the same topic
Yeah,
because
facts.
everything comes down to your perception of life, of every like individual perception. And what's important to one person is not going to be important to another person. That's where it makes
Mm.
it difficult, and that's where the conversations get interesting because like your priorities, when I walked into the movie conversation, the first thing I heard was, "Oh yeah, Sharon Stone, Basic Instinct. I used to jack off my whole teenage years to her."
That was me. That was me, y'all.
Right. So you know that
It changed.
conversation could lead
That's
to like 4 different episodes. Like
that changed. That
there's
changed the whole
levels
conversation.
to that, even that statement. So
Yo,
you know
yo,
what I'm
yo,
saying?
yo! If y'all would have saw DC's face when she said that,
I was watching.
DC is like, huh?
Missed that part.
Yeah, yeah, that's the
Yeah.
part that I came in on, and they were already established in the conversation, DC. So
I'm
don't
glad
feel
I missed
See,
bad.
that one.
yo,
I
but the
don't
thing
feel
is,
don't feel bad. I feel great. I missed that shit.
nah, but
Right.
yo, but what he really misses is how much I used to jack off during Malcolm X.
That sounds like a you problem, not a me problem.
I think we should record.
Yo, this is great, y'all.
Yo,
I do have to go.
Yo,
And,
I think we should recording right now.
Yeah.
Because everybody getting canceled. Every
Boy,
single
you
body
got
getting
a good
canceled.
editing job to do.
Nah,
Man, half of the
but
Tyler's
seriously,
is
I would
quiet
love
right
if,
now.
Oh man.
if Brandon says this to me.
Man.
If Brandon
Niggas-
says this
niggas
to me,
do-
I would love to put this on the Dark Therapy Session if y'all don't mind.
Oh
Seriously.
yeah, I got you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Well, I'll play it for real.
Do it.
All right, thank
I
you.
got you.
Thanks, y'all. I appreciate y'all. I really got to get going. It's past my bedtime, y'all. For real.
Yeah, it's 12:30 here.
Yeah, I'm about to go get. I'm
Well, I'm
about to
off
eat and go
tomorrow,
back to
so
sleep.
my bedtime is a little
That's
extended tonight.
You
All
deserve
right,
it, my
y'all.
brother. You deserve it, my brother.
Word is bond. Hell yeah.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for coming through again, like always. Thank y'all.
Yeah.
No doubt. Thank you for having us.
Yeah. Hopefully no ancestors visit y'all and sleep because of what.
Oh
DC
no, we good. You know, I roll for the Malcolm X, so we.
Except for DC, he
Hopefully,
gonna have
DC.
he gonna have sleep
DC.
paralysis when he wake up.
Yeah, he got.
Watch.
Yeah, 2 times. 2 times. Cause 2 times.
That's all right. I'll burn some sage. The niggas will leave me alone.
I cannot.
All right, y'all. Good night, y'all.
All right,
Peace.
Good night.
Good night.
He's saging. He's saging.